Well, here we are again at the school garden. Today is the last day of term of the year, actually. The kids have got now their 6-week school holidays, and so today I was concentrating on waterproofing and getting the garden ready for the 6 weeks holidays, just so it will survive. Obviously some of the pots we know won't. I'll take the green tomatoes off the bushes and chop and drop the rest of it. The tomatoes the teachers can take home and ripen at home, and the mint they can take home, and the strawberries in the pots, but the rest of it should be okay for the 6 weeks holidays. I'm not so sure about the herbs in the wooden tubs, but they're just too heavy to lift and take anywhere else anyway, so they're just going to have to wing it and see how they go. I didn't bring any cold drink bottles with to fill and put a tiny hole in the bottom for them to drip into the pots, so we'll just have to wing it and see what happens. But what I have done, if you can see there, is I had sheet mulched with cardboard and compost. But what I did first was I absolutely drenched the soil around the plants, and then I soaked the cardboard in buckets of water until the cardboard was completely saturated. Then I lay it around the plants very thickly and then mulched with compost, and then watered everything all over again. So hopefully that will keep enough moisture under the cardboard and it will last for the 6 weeks. Hopefully there should be enough in there, because these are perennials, they're already established, and so hopefully they will just be able to weather the 6-week holiday. And I'm sure that by the middle of the holidays there'll be rain again anyway, because it is school holidays, and regardless of the drought, tradition says it rains on the school holidays, just when the kids want to have fun. But that's what we've been doing, and I ran out of compost enough, and I had a bag of straw from home, so I sheet mulched with cardboard in the same way around there and just piled the straw really high. It's almost a foot deep around that raspberry, and that raspberry can handle it, but I didn't want to put it anywhere near the broccoli. I did sheet mulch around the broccoli in the same way I did all the other stuff. I'm not keen on sheet mulching around these plants because it just encourages the slugs a nice hiding place underneath. However, it will keep the moisture in, so what survives survives, and at least, you know, I know that there's a frog hiding in there somewhere, and as long as it stays slightly moist, if there are slugs around, then they'll survive. So we'll see. That's all the work done so far, so we've got a lot more to do. I would love to put a kind of arched, curving footpath around the whole of the garden in little swirls and curves and waves, so the children can follow arches of plants all over the garden, and little points of interest and learning along the way of the footpath that leads to little beds and gardens and little water features for, you know, bird baths or something. So hopefully, because this is a slant, our original design and ideas obviously aren't exactly the you know, what we'd like them to be, but we can adapt it. We now have a water butt. There is an overflow pipe right there that usually drips, and it had been affecting the building actually, which is now starting to dry out nicely because there's a water butt, but it doesn't fill the water butt, so as a result we have to bring water through from the other side of the building to fill the water butt when we need to water, and when the children need water to play with their wet play areas like that over there. There's a little kitchen, so they've got a little area here of different textures of sticks and sand and stone and earth, and another little log area there. They sit on the logs. We've got these cable reels that we were given by an electrical company earlier on in the year. We didn't have any donations of paints and things to paint them yet, so I don't know. Let's hope it's not too wet over the holidays, and hopefully by the time we come back after the holidays there's enough time to do something with these cable reels so we can paint them and waterproof them a bit. I would love to get tiles, broken tiles, fixed tiles, whatever, to be able to tile the tops of these tables. And it would be great if we could have donations of anybody in and around Cardiff who would like to give us donations of tiles and grout and stuff ready, so we can do this for, you know, to waterproof and make these cable reels less splintery and more usable for the children in the garden, and lots of colourful paints to be able to paint the bases and the tubes of these cable reels to make another feature. And we can have these tables dotted around and put some parasols in them for the summer, but at least the children will have very colourful and interesting tables and places to work around the garden. There's some chairs and a table around there, and the wet play kitchen over there in that corner. And this is the bit where all the funding that was given, all the grant that was given, was used for all this play area. So for the garden, literally it's donations, and we always need compost, wood chips and things like that. So anybody in Cardiff, donations are always welcome. Give me a message, and have a lovely 6-week holiday to all the children and their parents. Enjoy it. Bye bye.